projectiles stopping in midair, missiles reversing course.
If I had Gojo powers, I would do exactly what he's doing right now. I just go around, fry everybody, and aura farm. And nobody's doing nothing to me. What if Gojo fought the entire US military by the supercell? Me personally, I'm frying the US military by myself, dolo. So if I can, Gojo probably can too, but we gonna see.
September 5th, 2025, Tokyo. Satoru Gojo walks through Shibuya with his hands in his pockets, blindfold on, completely unbothered by the chaos around him. Cursed spirits flee at his presence. Other jujutsu sorcerers watch in awe. He's the strongest sorcerer alive, possibly the strongest in history, and everyone knows it, including him, especially him. But let's change one thing. During a mission gone wrong, Gojo's battle with a special grade curse levels 3 city blocks in downtown Los Angeles. The curse is destroyed, but so is a U.S. military researcher.
Wait, what the hell? Why is he fighting a curse if he's fighting the U.S.? The U.S. ain't got no damn curses. And if they do, they're probably from ATL. Because ATL owns all the curses, all the evil, all the malice, all the badness. Now I don't think he's there, so what curse is he fighting in the United States?
Gojo's battle with a special grade curse levels 3 city blocks in downtown Los Angeles. The curse is destroyed, but so is a U.S. military research facility hidden beneath one of the buildings, along with classified projects worth billions. Footage surfaces of a blindfolded man laughing as skyscrapers.
Did he have titties, bro, on his eyes? Bro, this man has boobies as eyes, bro, and nipples. He has nipples as eyes, bro. Like, you can't tell me these don't look like titties, bro. You know how each of Von Dredge is like sucking his fingers? I do know that. That's a fair assessment.
This is a blindfolded man laughing as skyscrapers collapse around him. The government doesn't see a hero. They see a weapon of mass destruction with a god complex. The president authorizes lethal force against the man known as the Six Eyes. So what happens when the strongest sorcerer in the world faces off against the strongest military in the world? Here's the thing about Gojo. He's not just powerful. He's conceptually untouchable. And that distinction is...
Man, I could touch him. I could touch Gojo. No pause either. In any way he needs to be touched. Okay, that's crazy. That's OD. Never mind.
About to matter a lot. 7 a.m., Nevada desert. Intelligence tracked Gojo to a remote location outside Las Vegas. A Reaper drone locks on from 25,000 feet and fires 2 AGM-114 Hellfire missiles, shaped charges that create jets of molten copper moving at 25,000 feet per second, designed to burn through tank armor. Missiles close in at Mach 1.3. Gojo doesn't move, doesn't flinch, doesn't even look up. Both Hellfires stop dead in midair, 3 inches from his face. This is Infinity, Gojo's signature technique. It's not a barrier, it's not a force field, it's the manipulation of space itself at the atomic level. Infinity creates an infinite series of subdivisions between Gojo and any incoming object. The closer something gets, the slower it moves, asymptotically approaching but never reaching zero distance. In mathematical terms, it's like Zeno's paradox made real. The missiles will never touch him. They physically cannot. Gojo flicks his wrist. The missiles reverse course and detonate against the drone, turning $30 million of military hardware into a fireball.
Damn. That's something I could do for sure. Okay.
7:30 a.m. A Marine battalion arrives from 29 Palms. 500 soldiers with M4 carbines, M240 machine guns, and Javelin anti-tank missiles. They surround Gojo's position and open fire simultaneously. Every single bullet stops in midair. Thousands of rounds suspended around Gojo like frozen rain, forming a perfect sphere of halted ammunition. He stands at the center, looking mildly amused. In the anime, Jogo, a special grade curse capable of generating volcanic temperatures, hit Gojo with flames hot enough to melt steel instantly. The fire stopped at infinity without even warming his... The Marines watch in horror as Gojo reverses the bullets' trajectories. He's merciful enough to aim for equipment instead of soldiers. Humvees explode, weapons shatter, communication equipment sparks and dies.
Damn.
In 30 seconds, an entire battalion is disarmed without Gojo taking a single step. 8 a.m. The Pentagon's crisis room is in chaos. Analysts try to explain what they're seeing on satellite feeds. Projectiles stopping in midair, missiles reversing course. It doesn't match any...
Bro, if I had Gojo powers in real life, I would do exactly what he's doing right now. I just go around, fry everybody, not kill anybody, but fry everybody and aura farm. And nobody's doing nothing to me. Like, that's mad cool, bro.
Known physics. They decide to try overwhelming force. M1 Abrams tanks roll in from Fort Irwin, their 120mm cannons firing sabot rounds, tungsten darts at Mach 5 with 12 megajoules of kinetic energy. Apache helicopters launch full Hellfire salvos. F-16s streak overhead, dropping 2,000-pound JDAMs. The combined assault would level a small city. Against Gojo, it creates a spectacular light show as every projectile, missile, and bomb freezes in a perfect shell around him. The explosions that do detonate stop at infinity's edge. Their force distributed across infinite space until it equals zero.
Wow.
This is the problem with fighting Gojo. Raw power is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you hit him with 1,800 joules or 18 billion joules. Infinity doesn't discriminate based on force. It's an absolute defense against anything that tries to reach him through physical space. 9 a.m. Gojo decides he's bored of playing defense. Time to show them.
Wait, but someone bypasses his infinity though. I forgot who it was. How did they do that? Because it sounded like he can't be touched, but he was touched. Pause. So I low-key forgot how he was because I watched it mad long ago.
What the strongest sorcerer can actually do. He removes his blindfold, revealing the 6 eyes, an ocular ability that lets him see cursed energy at the atomic level and process information faster than any computer. The 6 eyes also makes his technique usage infinitely efficient. Where other
It was Toji, but how he do it though, I forget.
sorcerers burn through energy in minutes, Gojo can fight for days without rest. He raises one hand toward the tank column. Blue. Cursed technique lapse. Blue generates a point of attraction that pulls matter toward it with overwhelming force. In the anime, this technique collapsed buildings and cratered streets. A point of negative space that sucks
It was a weapon? Oh, so the weapon was special so it could like bypass it. I see. I remember.
everything toward it like a miniature black hole. 3 Abrams tanks, 210 tons of steel combined, crumple inward like soda cans, dragged toward a point no larger than a basketball. The sound of screaming metal echoes across the desert. Helicopters fight their rotors as they're pulled off course, 2 of them colliding midair. Then Gojo raises his other hand. Red. Cursed technique reversal. Red generates repulsive force, the opposite of blue. It blasts outward with twice the power of blue's attraction. The remaining tanks are launched backward like toys, tumbling end over end before crashing into the desert floor. Soldiers are thrown hundreds of feet, saved only by their body armor absorbing some of the impact.
Damn.
10 a.m. The Joint Chiefs authorized the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator. A B-2 Spirit bomber releases 30,000 pounds of bunker-busting explosive from 45,000 feet. 11 tons of TNT equivalent, enough to tunnel through 200 feet of reinforced concrete. The MOP falls toward Gojo at terminal velocity. He watches it descend with mild interest, then brings both hands together. Hollow purple. This is Gojo's...
He used that move for no reason, bro. He's at this point in time low diffing the military. There is no need for him to combine colors, for him to know color theory and combine the shit to take him down. First of all, the 6 eyes, bro, he ain't even need to take that off either. He said the 6 eyes is to see cursed energy at the atomic level. The ops don't even got cursed energy. He's just being a bastard right now. And bro, he's in no danger, but he's pulling out his trump cards. Nigga, for what? He's pulling out the ultimate Kekkei Genkai for niggas he's low diffing. Niggas really just do anything, bro, just because. That's crazy.
Technique. The fusion of blue and red into something far more terrifying. Hollow purple doesn't explode, it doesn't burn, it erases. The technique fires a slow-moving sphere that annihilates everything in its path at the atomic...
There is no reason to be doing this. He was already winning. He was already blowing the ops out. That's crazy.
Atomic level. Matter simply ceases to exist. The purple sphere melts the falling MOP. There's no explosion, no shockwave. The 30,000-pound bomb simply vanishes, carved out of existence.
Imagine niggas dropping a whole 18-wheeler on your head. Except it's not just an 18-wheeler, but it explodes too. You know how much hate you have to have in your heart to drop a bomb the weight of this on somebody's dome, bruh? The beef is that serious? Like, it's crazy what man makes to kill other people, bro, because that's actually OD, bro. Because, again, he probably knows he's being live streamed, so he gotta flash his eyes for the huzz. Oh, you see, that's actually fair. You know what I'm saying? They're probably live streaming this nigga on CNN, on Twitch right now. He wants to be able to go back to the US hoes after this.
Existence, along with a column of air stretching miles into the sky. The B-2 bomber that dropped it loses its entire tail section to the technique's edge, spiraling down as the crew ejects. In the anime, hollow purple...
It ejects. It erects.
carved a perfect line of destruction through an entire forest without disturbing a single leaf outside its path. The precision is absolute, and there's no defense against something that simply removes you from existence. 11 a.m. The president faces the nuclear question. The USS Nevada, an Ohio-class submarine in the Pacific, awaits authentication codes. Trident II missiles carrying W-88 warheads, combined yield of over 80 megatons, more than 5,000 times Hiroshima. But here's the problem. Infinity doesn't care about yield. A nuclear explosion is still just energy trying to reach Gojo through physical space. It would stop at his barrier like everything else. The heat and radiation distributed across infinite subdivisions until they equal zero. The only thing a nuclear strike would accomplish is irradiating Nevada and killing millions of American civilians. And even if Infinity failed somehow, Gojo has had one more technique the military doesn't know about. Domain expansion.
Oh,
Unlimited
shoot.
void. If Gojo activates his domain, everyone within its radius experiences infinite information flooding their consciousness simultaneously. Every sensation, every thought, every piece of knowledge in existence crammed into their minds in an instant. In the anime, victims of Unlimited Void are left catatonic, their brains completely overloaded. It's not damage, it's worse. It's having your consciousness drowned in infinity. A nuclear submarine crew can't launch missiles if their minds have been shattered by infinite stimulus. 12 p.m. The president calls off the strike, not out of mercy, out of pragmatism. Every weapon they've developed has failed.
You know, things that's realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations. Type shit.
Satellite imagery shows one man standing in the center of a wasteland of destroyed military equipment, blindfold back on, looking like he's waiting for something actually challenging to happen. Gojo stretches, clearly disappointed, then vanishes. The six eyes let him perceive cursed energy anywhere on Earth. He knows when he's being watched and exactly how to disappear when he's done making his point. Final assessment. The U.S. military versus Gojo Satoru isn't a fight they can win. It's not even a fight they can participate in. Infinity makes him untouchable by any physical attack, regardless of force. Blue and red give him offensive capabilities that ignore conventional defenses. Hollow purple can erase matter itself, and Unlimited Void can incapacitate entire armies without killing anyone. The scariest part? Gojo wasn't even trying. He treated the entire U.S. military like a minor inconvenience, something to deal with before getting lunch. In Jujutsu Kaisen, the villain's entire plan revolves around sealing Gojo away because they know they can't beat him directly. The strongest curse users in history, beings that have terrorized humanity for millennia, all agree. You don't fight Gojo Satoru, you survive him. Earth's best defense.
You don't fight Gojo Satoru, you survive him. That's such insane glaze, but it's unfortunate because that's true. Like, that's actually facts, bro. It's not even glaze, but it is glaze.
Against Gojo isn't weapons, it's hoping he stays on your side.
Wait, so that means Gojo could solo the whole entire, like, Earth. For real, for real. Hydrogen bomb versus an actual hydrogen bomb.